So I want to get to talk about some of the worst shit that's happened to you. And I don't know if you've thought about specific
I try
things.
to, but when bad shit happens to me,
You try to forget it.
I block it out, and it comes out when I'm in the shower. For some reason, when I'm alone in the shower, all the humiliation in my life, all of a sudden I start thinking about it. I've told the story before, and then I just sort of shout it out of my head. I'll just think of something that I did or said, and I'll just be going like washing, and all of a sudden I'll just go like, ah! And it fucking echoes in the shower.
You just start weeping.
My wife used to, she doesn't anymore. She would just be like, are you all right? All right? Oh, yeah, I stubbed my toe. And I would just think, just like embarrassing shit that I did and said and stuff I did when I was drinking. I was drunk and shit. And it's just so, like, yeah, a lot of it. And all my bombing as a comic, I was trying to think of that. That's all just sort of just blended into all one big 12-year period. Yeah, like the first 12-year period of my career. That's the funny thing about stand-up, where you can't like, I mean, I guess you can practice in your bedroom or whatever, but the only way to do it is you just have to go out and do it, and you learn in real time in front of everybody. Like, oh, I guess that sucked.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess okay. I guess we got to move on from that. I guess that's offensive. I didn't know that. So it's like kind of like a whole process. So, and I know that now after almost like close getting on 30 years of doing this, that I understand now. Like, I had one, all right, I'll tell you my worst show this year as far as like
this
reaction.
Year?
Yeah.
Oh,
Whoa.
damn.
All right. So I was back east. I was in New York. In New York, the whole vibe in New York is like totally changed. It's just like Manhattan was always expensive, but there was all these pockets of like, different like racial groups and economic status and all. Like when I moved there, like Alphabet City, don't fucking go there. That place is crazy.
Bad.
And
Yeah,
then,
right.
but like Upper East Side was all this opulence and wealth and all of that shit. And there was all this different stuff. Now it's just like all glass towers and people with money. It seems
Everyone.
and the crowds are just like fucking lame. They're just really like kind of this post all this bullshit. So
Yeah.
I was doing this bit about this lesbian that kind of bumped into me on purpose when I was walking down the sidewalk. And when I told the joke, these two women in the crowd, like simultaneous, yelled out, they're like, lesbians aren't men, all this shit.
No.
And I was so fucking annoyed. I went the wrong route. I went, oh, shut the fuck up. Of course it was white chicks. What would they be doing if they weren't getting offended for other groups, right? Not saying there's not any white lesbian chicks. I'm just saying, right? All this shit. So I just fucking got this big fuck you fight with them. And then like they leave. And then I'm pissed on stage, which is never good for telling jokes.
Right.
So then it ends, and of course, comedy club security is the worst. Like, they don't know how to kick somebody out. So I'm like, are they upstairs? They're like, no, they're gone. So I knew it. I put my hoodie up. I walk out. They go, you're good. Second I take it off, they're still there. Fuck you, you motherfucker. I had a fuck you fight on the street with all these people eating, watching.
No way.
Yeah. So then it took me about 3 days to stop feeling right about it. Like, I should have said that. I should have said this. It took about 3 days, and then I was kind of like, all right, I don't want to be doing that on stage. I don't want to be, okay, what am I trying to say? How did they hear it? And then I figured it out. And now the joke kills, and I have lesbians coming up to me telling me how much they like the joke. So
What is the joke? How does it go?
I can't
allowed to
burn it.
tell it?
I need the joke.
Okay, just kidding.
I
We're
can
not
tell
going to
you
share
after.
the joke. Okay, tell him. He's going
I
to tell
can
me
tell
later.
you after.
But you know what is my problem is like I hate when people go to a comedy club and then they have to be sensitive. Like I feel like if you're
I
going to
know,
go
that's-
to a comedy club and know that this person is a comedian and everything that they're saying, whether it be offensive or not, it's a fucking joke.
Right.
That's the thing. Like it's like if you're going to go there knowing that someone might say something that's going to offend you. But guess what? They're fucking kidding. Like that's
Or
the
it's
thing.
like going to
There's too many variables involved.
metal
Or
sh-
there could be you fucking hate the crowd so much that you say something that you do mean.
this is
I'm sure you've been there where you're just like,
you're like, these guys suck.
Yeah, you got to. I imagine in a band, you guys just start making eye contact. Like, is it me? We're giving
Have you
100%
made eye
here.
contact?
Yeah.
Playing drums?
Yeah, you look out there and you're like, and
Someone's
they're just
just
sitting
like-
there on their phone. You're like, why are you watching this through 4 inches of fucking telephone?
Yeah,
It's
you're here.
happening right before you.
And the
Like,
thing
what
is,
are
the
you
guy
doing?
next to you is filming it. So just go look at his shit.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
can actually like Like, be here. Yeah, that's
That's
a,
his biggest pet peeve. Well, they don't really allow filming in comedy clubs, right? They don't usually allow people to film on their
yeah,
phone.
you know, but people
That's
still do.
a big no.
They still do, and then they edit around it, like
Yeah.
the way CNN and Fox News they edit shit so
The joke's not funny.
Well, so you look like, and well, if they don't like you, then they're
They
gonna
take the
edit it
punchline
in
out.
a way to make you look like an asshole.
Oh no.
It's it's not as bad as everybody says. I mean, it doesn't happen that much, but I guess there's things now where you can have people put like their cell phones in the bags and stuff like that. But then that could cost $3 a head, and do
Yeah.
you eat that? Do you pass it on to your the people coming to your show? It's a
Yeah.
whole weird fucking thing. So
How do you feel about social media? I'm curious. What's your opinion?
It's everything. It's fucking awesome, and it's also the worst thing ever. It's fucking awesome to like promote your shit, to get out there for someone like me. I mean, back in the day, a bald redheaded fucking male was,
The worst. It was
Go ahead,
the
start
worst for you.
rattling
Yeah,
off
yeah,
all the
yeah,
fucking
yeah,
people.
Yeah.
There's not a lot. I wouldn't have got played, but I was able to, just do what what I love is you're able to do what the fuck you do and put it out there and then just cultivate. All you need is just 200 people in each town to come see you or whatever the venue you're trying to fill. That's all you fucking need.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're
good.
You're fine, yeah. And then I've been able to do stand up in different countries where English isn't the first language, which is nuts.
How do you do that?
Because there's
a translator?
there's expatriates, there's people that fucking speak English, and there's people who just get into your shit. It's like if I had to do it for the whole country, I would bomb. But if I just need to I just need to find 400 fucking people in that country that like what I do. And then I can come back and maybe next time play the 500-seater or whatever. Yeah. So that's kind of like what that is.
They don't understand what you're saying. They're like, but I like his red hair. He's funny. Yeah.